Good morning and welcome to the Mortgage Minute by Steve. This is our fifth or sixth episode, I believe. And we're just going to take a minute to talk a little bit about a mortgage item. As you know, weekly we try to bring you mortgage minutes and share some information that might help you if you're looking for a home, if you're in the process of buying a home. All those good things if you want to know more about the process. And so this week, I want to talk a little bit about debt ratio and what is it all about? What's debt ratio? I get a lot of questions. People say, well, man, I only owe like $500 on this and I owe $2,000 on that, and I don't have that much debt. Well, there's a couple things that go into debt ratio, and I'm going to focus heavily on the side of the liabilities, which are where we get the debts from, right? When we pull your credit report, there are some items on that credit report. Let's see if I can do this. There we go. It tells us which type of debt. So you've got installment debt, you've got revolving debt, right? So these are the different types of debt. This is type of debt. And we look at the installment loan, we look at the revolving, and then we look at mortgage debt, if you have any mortgage debt as well. And we calculate that in. If you've got any child support, alimony, tax liens, things of that nature, that's going to be calculated and factored into your debt. What we're looking for is we're looking for a monthly amount that we would allocate. So if you got student loans and you have $100,000 in student loans, most of the times we're going to calculate that at 1% or 0.5%. And then we use that to determine your monthly debt. So installment loans, which a student loan is an installment loan. You've got revolving, which is a credit card is a revolving debt. And then you've got those other liabilities like child support, alimony, tax liens, things of that nature. Those all have to be factored into your monthly obligations and what you are monthly responsible for, so that when we look at your income, we can typically use gross income. Right? Most people live off of net income, but when we look at the mortgage pre-approval process, we're looking at gross income, and we are using about half of that. Some cases, some people use less, some people might use more on FHA, up to 57%. But for the most part, we're going to be able to use about half of your gross income. And then we're going to look at those debts, those installment loans, the revolving credit cards, the car payments, the student loans, and those other things. And then there's one other thing that throws a lot of people off, and that's what's called derogatory items, which are like collections, medical collections, bills not paid in the past, things that have been put on your credit report. Those are very important for us to be able to pull your credit report so we can truly determine what your true debt ratio is, because sometimes there's things on there that people don't know about. Collections pop up all the time. Some of them are incorrect, some of them are correct, but we have to factor those in to the debt ratio, and we have to typically use 5% for collection. So 5% of whatever you owe is what becomes the monthly obligation, and medicals don't count. So this is a Mortgage Minute talking about debt ratio and the things that we use. Let me know if you got questions. Have a good week, guys. Thanks.